Good morning, good morning. Today, we're going to Dry Tortugas.
Yeah!
We're taking a seaplane. We're at the Key West International Airport. We're taking the seaplanes there. Jonathan's getting us checked in right now. So there's two ways to visit Dry Tortugas. You can either take a boat, like a ferry, or you can take the seaplane. The seaplane gives you a little more time there because you land maybe an hour and a half before the ferry gets there. So you have the island kind of to yourself. And then you're there after the ferry leaves for another hour and a half. So that's what we're doing. It is substantially more expensive than taking the ferry though, I will tell you. We'll put the prices down below.
Their journey to Dry Tortugas is one of the best parts of this national park experience, no matter how you plan to get there.
The park is located 70 miles west of Key West, and our flight there lasted about 40 minutes.
Our pilot Joe helped us spot sea turtles, sharks, stingrays, and even shipwrecks below the surface.
Dry Tortugas is made up of 7 remote islands and the turquoise waters that surround them.
Landing on the water at the main island, Garden Key, is like stepping into the past.
Garden Key is home to Fort Jefferson, a massive coastal fortress that dates back to the 1800s.
Our seaplane maneuvered over to the island and backed right up onto the beach, where we climbed out and started our 6.5 hours in Dry Tortugas. Good morning from Fort Jefferson, Dry Tortugas National Park.
This morning, our first plan is to explore the fort behind us before the ferry gets in. And then after that, I think we're gonna have some food, just hang out, snorkel a bit. There's a few snorkeling spots we want to check out. We get to go to Bush Key,
Which is usually not open during the summer due to birds.
Yeah, so we're here in February, so it's open, they said, for a few more days.
Yeah, because it's usually February through September.
Yeah, so we're fortunate to be able to go there.
Yeah.
You know how it is?
All right, let's get this day started.
You can explore Fort Jefferson at your own pace, and there's even a small visitor center with helpful exhibits to get you started. It's a surprisingly big place to wander around, and almost every corner has some hidden detail, from cannon mounts to old rusted anchors.
The fort was originally built to protect shipping routes through the Gulf of Mexico, but it was never actually finished. Construction started in the 1840s, but shifting military priorities and the remote location meant it was never fully armed.
Even so, it's still one of the largest brick structures in the Americas, built from over 16 million bricks.
Over time, it was used as a Civil War prison and later became a national park.
You'll see row after row of arches, thick walls, and narrow corridors. It's like a fortress made of repeating patterns.
We're lost.
Inside, you'll find powder magazines, rain catchers, and rooms that once stored weapons and supplies. Some of them still have original brickwork and ventilation systems that were cutting edge for their time.
So there's no water here on this island, so they used to catch rain in these basins and then filter it. So it used to come down like a pipe through there. There'd be a filter in here, go down there, and then be collected. Interesting. They still use one today. What is this?
This is where they keep the gunpowder. Dry and safe.
It doesn't look dry here, but I guess it had a roof.
You got one point.
You can see where the salt water makes the limestone drip down. It creates stalactites and stalagmites. Look at that. That is nasty.
You'll even see the cell where Dr. Samuel Mudd was held, the man who treated John Wilkes Booth after Lincoln's assassination. His cell is marked and still preserved. It's slightly larger than the others and filled with layers of history.
Now we're in Dr. Mudd's cell. It's pretty big.
It is a big cell.
Imagine. Now, this is not something to complain about. This is large.
That's the door, and be like,
I'm not here. It's bigger than our RV.
We wandered through narrow passageways, climbed the spiral staircases, and got some incredible views looking out from the upper levels. From up top, the views of the turquoise water are unbelievable.
hold on.
Oh wow, that's right.
You can see the shape of the island, the dock, and even out toward the surrounding reefs.
There's North Beach right there. It's one of the snorkeling spots. You would just go out here, and then the pilings behind this area here is where you'd snorkel.
The design is massive and symmetrical, completely surrounded by a moat and shaped like a hexagon. Even the moat had a function. It helped keep the walls stable and acted as a defense barrier. Today, it's home to fish, coral, and all kinds of sea life, like a mini ecosystem wrapped around the fort.
Crystal clear water. The seawall broke in certain places, so you can't walk all the way around. BC?
The other beach.
Oh, the North Beach. Look at the shadow of the birds on the building. That's crazy. These are Frigatebirds.
Frigatebirds spend nearly their entire lives in the air, soaring for weeks at a time without ever landing on the water.
They even eat and sleep while flying. Seriously, more than half of their diet is stolen from other birds that they follow around and harass mid-flight.
So we just finished exploring Fort Jefferson. We walked around the whole thing.
It's really cool.
The part that's open to the public.
And also, if you come on the seaplane, you get like 2 hours here by yourself before the ferry gets
The
here.
ferry's not even here. We walked around the whole fort, so we have the rest of the day to spend on the beaches, going snorkeling, eating, relaxing, swimming.
Yes.
There's like a key right next door. I forget the name of it, but it's seasonal, so it's not open year round, but it's open right now. It's just got beautiful white sand beaches. They're great. So this place is going to be packed once the ferry gets here. I'll try to hop back in so I can show you why the seaplane is worth it. Because right now, we are literally the only ones here in the fort.
Yeah. And if there are other people in here, they're just hidden around.
They're just hidden. It is very large, so it's easy to hide, but I think the ferry brings like 100 people.
300.
300 people. Oh my goodness.
Bush Key is only accessible when birds aren't nesting and when the sandbar connecting it to Garden Key is exposed. So it felt like our own private island.
So now we're walking around Bush Key. This is like a birder's paradise here. There's 2 different kinds of nesting birds here, snooties and noddies. So one thing the Keys are not known for is soft white sand beaches. Like they're very hard to find anywhere in the Keys. Outside of Bay Honda, even that's just a tiny stretch of sand. This is huge. Are you a snooty or a noddy? That's a snooty. Approaching the end of Bush Key here. And not much to see here. A lot of cool birds. It's quiet, cool sand. Not really sure it's the best place to go barefoot though, because it does get rocky in spots. This part of the water you can see all washed up bricks in the water.
She's the one that didn't make it.
Or portions of the structure collapsed. Or... Look at all this.
This is a brick cemetery.
Brick cemetery. Speaking of brick, Fort Jefferson is the largest brick building in the Western Hemisphere. It's kind of crazy. It was constructed at like the heyday of masonry in the United States. So they were big on brick. And they couldn't even finish it because it weighed too much and was unstable. So they weren't that good at brick. So these are some of the pilings you can snorkel around. These are on the north side. There's some on the south side as well. We heard those were a little better. So you can also go camping here on Dry Tortuga. Or on Garden Key, I should say. Dry Tortugas is referring to the whole area. Fort Jefferson is the fort. It's located on Garden Key, which is right next to Bush Key, near Loggerhead Key. That's all Dry Tortugas. You know, if you want to camp, these are the campsites. They're pretty cool.
This isn't bad.
This isn't bad at all.
Shaded, so it
I
does
like-
keep you cool.
It's not nearly as warm in here as it is outside.
But oh my god, look at all of
Oh
them.
my god, they're all moving. Those are all hermit crabs. A pile of hermit crabs. What are they even doing? Are they? Oh, maybe they're looking for new shells.
Yeah. You're like, this one's not right.
But, oh my god, look at the tiny, tiny, tiny one. This is crazy. I've never seen anything like that. Unbelievable. So this second set of seaplanes just arrived. It's 10:30. They have a half day. And at the same time, you can see the ferry is coming in. So honestly, if you're gonna do a half day, I probably wouldn't book the plane because the ferry's just gonna get here as soon as you do. So maybe you have 5-10 minutes in the fort to yourself.
And if so, do the morning half day.
Do the morning half day. Yes.
Because the ferry's not here yet.
Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah, the afternoon half day, I don't see how that's worth it in the flight.
You're just here with those 200-300 people.
And you spent a lot of money to do it.
Yeah. It's definitely worth it coming.
Look at all the people on this ferry though. They're like, I can see them hanging over the edge.
By the time the ferry and half-day planes arrived, we had already explored most of the island, so we hit the water.
Which national park is this for us?
44.
44 national parks.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. All right, snorkeling time.
Snorkeling here is beginner friendly and super rewarding.
We started from the south beach of Garden Key and snorkeled west, exploring the moat wall and some patch reefs in the shallow, crystal clear water.
We even saw a live conch crawling across the sand. Usually you just find their shells, but this one was alive and cruising along.
Ultimately, we were surprised by how much of the reef was impacted by coral bleaching, especially compared to places like Virgin Islands National Park.
Massive bleaching events have hit this region over the past few years, especially in 2023 when water temperatures reach record highs.
All right, Jonathan, honest opinion about the snorkeling here.
It's not the best.
It's not the best right now. We kind of read that too. In summer of 2023, the water temperature in the Keys got really, really high. It resulted in a huge drop in the coral population here. There's a lot of bleached coral out there. It doesn't look good compared to what we just saw in Biscayne and Virgin Islands.
This does not compare.
No, it doesn't compare. It probably did at one point, even though the coral heads are very small. It's a small snorkeling area. It's cool, but it's like introductory snorkeling. I bet the national park itself is very large and it goes way beyond just this Garden Key. So there are probably great snorkeling opportunities or diving opportunities elsewhere in the national park. But snorkeling is the thing to do here. Like I would say 80% of the people here have snorkeling equipment, even if they're only here for a half day.
Because it's included in your price of the ferry and
And the plane? Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. You should do it. It's cool. The water's beautiful, but it's not the best snorkeling. And that's it for our time in Dry Tortugas.
As we flew back to Key West, we couldn't stop looking out the windows.
This place is remote, raw, and totally unforgettable. It's unlike any other national park we visited.
If you ever get the chance, take the flight. It's 100% worth it.
Thanks for tagging along. If you enjoyed the adventure, don't forget to click those like and subscribe buttons for more.
See you next time.